I will go around asking everyone the question, and you'll give me your answer, and then I'll answer it at the end. Okay? Dude, Dylan, you literally have every... You couldn't have anything else on. Okay. Mr. Drayden, known
What's up?
as the LA Kings fan in the group, who do you want to win the Stanley Cup and why?
Obviously, the LA Kings. Want the Kings to win. My why is it's been since I think 2014 was the last time they won. But we always get our butt kicked against the Oilers, but we're looking clean this year.
Yeah,
Looking cleaner.
And granted, you're kind of new into hockey, so even when they won the Stanley Cup, it's not like you were excited about it.
Yeah,
So,
true.
no, that's
So
completely
I want to see one being the fan that I am now.
okay.
Still, must be nice to have a cup.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that going into being a Kings fan. I'll say that too.
It had nothing to do with it. Okay. Dylan, who do you want to win the Stanley Cup and why?
I have a theory.
I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Wild because it's been how long? 25 years now.
Almost.
We've only made it to the conference finals. We all know Minnesota is the state of hockey.
Ooh.
You know, I don't think they get enough love. I'm thinking it's about time. Yeah, I could see the next 5 years. We're going through a lot of management changes.
Walking
You know,
hospital.
yeah, a lot of players, you know, sitting on their deathbed.
Mr. Aaron.
Hey guys.
I see you have a Columbus Blue Jackets hat on.
I do.
Okay. I know you went to a game with us, and they played Utah. They lost
They
in
did.
overtime.
They did.
Who do you want to win the Stanley Cup and why?
You know, that is such a great question to ask. And, you know, I've been thinking about it for a long time. You know, I'm new to hockey. I'm getting into it, you know, a little bit more. And the more that I think about it, the more that I just want the Utah Hockey Club to win. That's my answer right there. You know, we're made up of winners. All we know how to do is winning. It's our first season. We're winners. We have no losses. I'm expecting us to more than likely get a cup. Yep.
Not happening.
I
already
see it happening. So, Mr. Trenton, I see you have a Blue Jackets jersey on. You know, rest in peace, Johnny. I know that's a Johnny jersey. It's home. Rest in peace.
Does.
Who do you want
Terrible.
to win the Stanley Cup?
I want my boys, the Union Blue, the fifth line, to finally bring a championship to Columbus. We're the fifth line for a reason. We're the most passionate fans in the NHL. Everybody shits on us and dogs on us for never being any good. And to be fair, we really haven't been very good. We've been around for 25 years now, and we've won one playoff series.
But
One.
how awesome was that series?
It was great. Swept President Trophy winning Tampa Bay Lightning, and I'll never forget that.
All right. Then I'll ask myself the question, who do you want to win the Stanley Cup? If that's not clear, Dallas Stars. You know, I've always liked hockey. Grew up playing hockey, but in high school and stuff, I kind of stopped watching. So when they went to the Stanley Cup in 2020, I didn't even watch it, but I was still upset. Like, you know, I did a quick Google search, but I was not invested. I didn't have a jersey or anything. This year, if we want Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin to get a cup, this is the year. They're not gonna have a team like this. They're not gonna have a team like this. I want them to win a cup so bad. You know, growing up a Cowboys and Browns fan, Blue Jackets fan too. You know, I can't win
Very
shit.
tough.
Drayden, who do
What's
you
up?
think will win the Stanley Cup?
Stars or and I have to go in between
Take Luke.
or Caps. The thing is, I put best time to do it. Both sides, best time to do it. Stars having new guy on, getting stuff going. He just needs to find his rhythm. And I don't know. I just feel like you guys need it. But that's my hope. I'll say that.
Okay.
So, Stars, Caps.
All right, Dylan. Who do you think's gonna win the Stanley Cup?
Stars.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately, as much as
That's
I
a
hate to
big
say
shot.
it.
Interesting take.
Actually, I didn't
Interesting.
They do
take.
have they've just got the Make-A-Wish Avengers now, you know, seeing them play. They're very cohesive. Kind of sucks, but you know, can't argue with cold hard facts. I don't like what I see when I see the Stars play, but the statistics don't lie.
Bro's dying saying this, by the way.
They perform very well in the playoffs. So hopefully Hopefully the Wild don't play them. But I think realistically the Stars gonna win the cup.
Wow.
I'm actually very shocked to hear you say that.
Not many people would expect this answer out of me. I haven't talked about it much. I don't really go into detail. Give me the Utah Hockey Club.
Why so?
They're doing great things. They're doing great things. Like I said before, we're built and made from winners.
Hey, Aaron, this is
Possible.
the first year of Utah, right?
I know, and we're gonna start off big.
Right, it's not your turn to talk. You don't have the talking stick.
Dylan,
Shut
I'm
up.
training to kick your
Come on,
ass right
dude.
now.
Who do you have winning the Stanley Cup?
You're not the host. The fuck?
I've got the Florida Panthers going back to back.
And
here's why. Here's why. The Marchand trade was
Huge.
undoubtedly I think the winner of the trade deadline. It was so. Whoa, Marchand's on the Panthers right now.
The captain
And
of the Bruins.
Yeah, it was nuts. He's a really good player. He's a veteran player, brings a veteran presence to an already championship team. Now with Tkachuk and Bobrovsky going crazy. Everybody's talking about the Caps in the East, and that's exactly what Florida wants. President Trophy winning teams, who the Caps are probably going to win the President's Trophy. I think they will over Winnipeg. I see them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they play Florida. I think you go to 6 or 7 games, so I think Florida comes out on top.
Really?
And I think Florida goes back to the Stanley Cup, and I think they get it done again. Because honestly, I think they only got better from last year.
Trent, I really agree with what you said because I was thinking the exact same way.
Yeah.
And I think Panthers Capitals Eastern Conference Finals could be cinema. And I said the Capitals beat the Panthers, and I think
Very valid. It could absolutely
I
happen.
think the Capitals win the Stanley Cup.
Can absolutely happen.
Unfortunately, I had a guess that it'd be Stars versus Capitals, and then I'm going to cry myself to sleep with a Stars Stanley Cup loss again. I think that OV breaking the record this year, goal record, and them having an unbelievable season that no one expected. They're playing so good.
I
They're
think that's
playing-
kind of my point, though.
I don't think they fizzle out, though. I think they just keep going. I'm not going to lie. I've been watching them play. I like watching them play. And
They kind of fizzled out back
Dylan,
against
you gotta
Kings.
let me finish at least, dude. His
Okay,
dinner's
yeah.
ready. We'll have to take 5 after that. And I think their offense is just too good. And I think Ovi gets a cup
Just
before he retires.
smiling.
Another one. I think Ovi gets another cup and then retires.
I think that'd be a great way for Obi to go out.
I think it
for
would
sure.
quite literally, he would instantaneously just be cementing himself into the NHL for literally eternity. He already has.
He already has.
But
Yeah.
to win your last year playing, you're almost 40 and win a Stanley Cup and break the goal record.
Hey, can I be the
Oh,
host for the second half?
wait,
We'll do
no.
a switch up after the cut.
Dre, can you ride your chair?
The girl's looking at you.
How are you doing this?
What team do you think will shock people in the playoffs, good or bad?
I'm going to say one shock because as of right now and how it's looked for the past, I don't know how many years, Kings play Oilers. I think this year the Kings got them.
Really, you think they break the
Gotta say,
6-year cycle?
I think they break the cycle because before we weren't tied on defense, and now we have been. We've been really strong with it.
Okay, Dylan, who do you think is going to shock the world in this playoff run, good or bad?
I think Kaprizov's going to pass away.
Damn,
St. Louis
okay.
Blues are going to catch up to the Wild. Wild are going to get knocked down to Wild Card 2. Fight the Jets. Get their get back because the Jets have injured so many of our players. Beat them first round.
This is after Kaprizov dies?
Kaprizov's not actually going to die. I just don't trust him to be back for the first round.
I think I have a pretty good shock.
Okay, let me hear it.
I feel like the biggest shock of the playoffs, all the fun stuff that's going to be happening soon. It's got to be the Utah. Give me the Utah Hockey Club.
So do what?
Biggest shock would be the Utah Hockey Club being in the playoffs.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to shock the world this playoff run?
Red Wing! Not much of a
Why is right here?
If you're telling me I'm wrong, you're delusional.
Yep. Well, no, you're not wrong.
It's going to be kind of like a minute shock. They're not going to go very far in the playoffs. It's the fact that they're there and they'll make a little bit of noise that will be a shock enough.
Okay, I see what you're putting down here.
I got the Ottawa Senators. I think they're going to snap their playoff drought.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, I mean,
They're
they're wild
gonna
card one
go-
right now. They got a little
They
bit of a
are.
lead.
They
77
are.
points.
And it's a pretty comfortable lead.
Yeah.
I think they continue to coast right into the playoffs. I think Chuck is just really pissed he didn't win Four Nations, and he's just on a rampage right now. And so, listen, I think they're going to get into the playoffs. I don't know if it's going to be wild card 1 or 2, but my theory is they will end up playing Washington, and they'll take them to a 7-game series, and it'll be
That
exciting
would be
because
exciting.
that's what I'm saying. Washington, I think, is going to win the President's Trophy. They're going to be the best team overall, technically, in the
Best record.
playoffs. Yeah, with the best record. Ottawa's going to come in, broke their playoff streak or drought, and take them to 7-game series. Give them a little scare right
Okay.
away.
Who do I think is going to shock the world? Surprised no one really talked about this. I think the Canadians have
Montreal.
been cooking since Four Nations. Since Four Nations,
Fucking
their record
French
is
people.
insane. Best record since Four Nations. I could see them cook up a little bit in the playoffs. I'm not going to lie, and it would be kind of entertaining. What are your wild card predictions?
I'm going to say I think Wild, Flames,
Okay.
Ooh,
and then I'm also thinking it's got to be, this is tough. I'm going to throw Jackets in there just because I really want it to happen. And then I'm going to say Senators.
All right, Pizza Boy. What
Um,
are your wild card predictions?
Minnesota, St. Louis, Senators, Jackets.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, stop.
I have a
So-
hunch. I
have the Panthers and the Devils.
They're already in.
The Final Four?
No, wild card.
No,
card.
no, we're not
wild
talking about
card.
that. Wild card.
Oh,
wild
in the
card.
wild card. My bad, guys.
Lock in.
You have to lock in.
You have to lock in.
You have to lock in. Schultz, it's okay.
Come on, dude. You got this.
Just go to soup real quick, man. Go to soup real quick.
Okay.
Now I got to rethink my fucking answers because of you guys.
Because you didn't understand the question.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll take some time.
You go. Darn it.
All right. Adalis, who do you think's getting the wild cards? Let me guess. The Red Wings?
Red Wings.
Who else?
San Jose.
Get this
All
guy
right.
out of here, bro.
Trenton.
Why did you let him stay?
Trenton.
Oh, brother,
Your
this
wild
guy
card predictions.
stinks. Wild card. I've got the Senators
Okay.
and unfortunately the Rangers coming out of the East.
Ooh.
They've been picking it up as of late. I just think their roster's too talented to not make it. Unfortunately, whatever has been plaguing the Jackets as of late, I think will continue, and I think we end on a pretty poopy streak.
Monahan's back though.
Unfortunately. He's back, and so is Gru. But-
Woo!
Yeah, but we should not have won the game last night. I don't know how we won last night.
Because
got bailed Yeah. So whatever's going on right now, like it's been a fun year. Especially beating the shit out of the Red Wings. Back to back in the back to back, and then in the Stadium Series. That was cool. And obviously everything that's happened with the team, Johnny and all that,
The
there's
vibes
been a
have
lot
been
of
great.
attention. Yeah. So it could have been a lot worse. The fact that we're even talking about Columbus potentially being in the playoffs is a huge win. Yeah. So a huge win. And hopefully next year we have Caden Lindstrom coming in off of his surgery that he got. Yeah. So I'm hoping next year might be the year. But anyway, so the Rangers and Ottawa coming in the East, and then in the West, I've got Minnesota, and then I've got Vancouver. I think Vancouver is sneaky. I think they're better than people think, and they're right there. They have 78 points right now. which is pretty much right in the mix. Like they're not out of it at all.
Yeah.
If they can string together a couple W's, which I can see them doing. I know a lot of people gave up on them after the trade deadline, but I think there's a path for them in there. And I don't know how much noise they can make, but I think they can make some noise.
As much as I want the Jackets to make it, since the trade deadline, we've sucked. Like you said, we've sucked, and I don't really see it changing that much. We beat the Islanders by pure luck last night.
Yeah.
And
By
I have
grace
the
of God.
Senators and the Canadians in the wild card in the East.
Oh, that's so gross.
And then obviously the Wild and the Avalanche. I put that in one spot. They're back and forth right now. And then I think the Canucks missed the playoffs, and I think the St. Louis slides in there.
We missed Aaron's wild cards.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't talk about Aaron.
Aaron. My bad.
Okay, sorry, guys. Blue Jackets, Senator,
Okay.
Senators,
Cool,
my bad.
Senators. I like that.
Senators.
I like this. I like this.
Avalanche.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in this is what's unexpected a little bit. Not many people would expect this out of me.
Don't tell me.
I'm gonna go with the UHC. Utah Hockey Club. That's who I'm going with. This is my 4.
You support a name change for the team?
Oh yeah, I would love I can go.
What about
Storm
like
and
Storm and Mormons or Super Soakers?
Super Soakers is insane.
Utah Soakers?
like the squirt gun. Like the squirt
No,
gun.
That's
No, you didn't
totally
mean
what
that.
it is.
You
Yeah.
didn't mean that.
Final four.
4 predictions with Stanley Cup winner again, just to refresh that.
On the East,
Okay.
I got Capitals, Florida.
Okay. Very popular pick.
West, I got Kings, Dallas.
That would be insane.
My hope is that LA wins the cup, but I really do still think Dallas or Capitals are going to take it. One of the two.
All right, Dylan. Your final 4
Hello.
with Stanley Cup winner.
Stars, Oilers, Panthers, Capitals. Stars win.
With the
All
Stanley
right,
Cup
so I
winner.
said it. I said it once. Say it again.
I feel like this
Panthers
one's gonna
versus
shock us all.
Devils.
Ooh.
We're not there yet.
Devils.
Panthers
Okay.
versus
Panthers?
the Devils. Come on, man. Eat your pizza.
Panzers would be a pretty sick
That would
name,
be
actually.
sick. That'd be sick. I'd love to
The
watch
Greg
that.
Heffley Panthers.
These next 2 might blow you away just a little bit.
I have a
Just a
feeling
little
I
bit.
might know one of the teams. I just might.
I think you know both of them, actually. I got the Stars versus Utah, with Utah coming out on top.
Wow.
Wow.
How many games?
I got Utah in 6. Utah in
I
6.
thought you were the Utah
Six.
4.
Nah, the Stars
Hey,
will
come
get a
on.
couple
He's
lucky
realistic.
games.
So
Stars will get a couple lucky games.
Utah would have to go to wild card 1, right?
Yep.
To
Yep.
go to the other side of the bracket. Goes all the way to the cup. Dude, watch this guy be right. Watch it.
No,
Watch
that's what I'm
the
saying. We're gonna have to
craziest
come back to
NHL
this.
run of all time.
We're gonna have to come back to this. And
Adulus, the Red Wings are not winning.
I've got out of the West. Now I'm gonna start in the East. I think it's a little more stereotypical, I guess. It's gonna be Florida and Washington out of the
Okay.
East. Like I said, I think Washington's gonna the lights are gonna get a little too bright for them. Lights are gonna get a little too bright. Florida's been there before, done it, won it. They're not afraid of anything, and they got Brad Marchand.
True.
So
Yeah.
I think they've got a veteran locker room presence and already a championship caliber team. I think they're gonna. I don't think it's not gonna be easy, but I could see them potentially beating
In
Washington like
6 or
5.
in 6 or
Yeah,
5, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then out of the West, I've got Winnipeg and I've got Edmonton. Sorry, Dre. I just think you can never count McJesus out ever.
Playoff
And-
McDavid is not even. He's so. I hate him.
Not
Yeah,
human.
it's ridiculous and it's frustrating as hell, but it is what it is. And I think this would be really exciting and also really good for the NHL. Okay. We got a Florida Edmonton series again. Back-to-back years, Florida Edmonton. After the way last year's ended, now a lot more people know hockey now because a lot of people who weren't into hockey watched Four Nations and they learned,
loved it.
Tkachuk's name and Marchand and McDavid. They learned a lot of these guys' names.
And
Now think about
Boldy.
that.
Yeah.
And Boldy.
A lot of
So now
the
think about that. You've got a lot of these guys who were in the Four Nations on Florida and Edmonton. at least big names, playing in the Cup again for the second year in a row, that could really potentially boost the NHL's ratings, even more than what they already have been. And not only do I think that'd be like a really exciting like Stanley Cup as well. Imagine if it went to 7 again for the second year in a row. I do
That'd be
think
unreal.
Florida wins back to back in a thriller, 6-7 games again.
Edmonton,
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I concur.
Okay.
Washington, Red Wings.
Yep. That needed to be done. That just needed to be done.
All right, Luke, what's your predictions for the Final Four?
Yeah, Luke, what do you got?
My predictions for the Final Four. Stars in the conference finals for the third year in a row. Versus the Oilers.
Yeah.
Again, repeat game.
Yeah.
Something's telling me that the Oilers are coming back and they're going back to Edmonton in the conference finals. This might shock the world. Low key.
Utah Hockey Club?
Capitals, Maple Leafs.
Wow.
Really?
I think Mitch Marner has been on some crack.
Have you ever watched Toronto play a playoff game?
Yeah, they suck. They're the Dallas Cowboys of hockey.
Yeah.
Quite literally, I would know.
Worse.
I know the feeling.
Worse. They don't have a cup since like black and white television.
Yeah. I would love to see them in the conference finals to lose to the Capitals. To send
Agreed.
the
That'd
Capitals
be
to the
awesome.
Stanley Cup. To beat the Stars, unfortunately. And then you won't have to talk to me ever again because I won't be here.
If the Stars make it, I don't think they're losing.
It's Jamie Benn.
And
I'm not allowed to wear this jersey until the Stars go to the Stanley Cup. The second they win that fourth game in the conference finals, I put this jersey on.
Are you gonna go? You're gonna go off of me?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, I think.
I found myself a cheerleader. She was always right there when I need her. Ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when